Hello, guys. Welcome to Testbook YouTube. So here we have Srijit with us. So first, now this is your another interview. You know that in this series, now you're hearing straight from the horse's mouth, meaning their experiences of preparation, their journey, their struggles, so that you can learn from there. So I'll start with simple introduction. Srijit, tell about yourself to the candidates.
My name is Srijit Mondol. I'm from Maniktala, Kolkata, in West Bengal. I have cleared the SBI PO exam 23-24. Yeah, that's about me.
Okay. So, Srijit, what I know is that in a very short duration, you have cleared this exam, right?
Yeah.
So, I would start with your strategy only. So, first tell me, like, when you started preparing that I want to prepare for bank exams,
Mm.
what was the first thing you did? Like, when you took this decision after that, that I'll prepare for bank exams, after that, what was your plan? What was your first thing?
So the very first thing I did is to go through the syllabus and the exam pattern first. Since the prelims comes in the very beginning, I went through the prelims pattern so that I take some time out, understand the syllabus, understand the question patterns, what all my weaknesses are in the given syllabus, what all my strengths are. And then I
Mhm.
focused a lot on improving my strengths to even stronger points by practicing mocks. Whereas for the weaknesses, I referred to different books and videos so that those don't say my weaknesses in the future. That is what I did in the first step. Now, when I was confident enough, a few like a month or two down, then I started looking into the mains syllabus and preparing for the same.
Okay. So you knew that, okay, first I have to evaluate myself. That was a great point that you judged what is your weakness and your strength and then worked accordingly. So did
Yes.
you have a routine, number of hours fixed, weekly or daily schedule? What was it for you? Weekly
Yeah,
schedule,
so
daily
there
schedule?
was a daily schedule. Like every day, I would be dedicating at least 4 hours for mocks. Every mock was for an hour. So 4 hours for four mocks at least, and then another hour or 1.5 to analyze what all I did wrong. Because once we go through the analysis of the mocks, the things we did wrong plus these questions we have skipped, in what way the platform is solving it or where I went wrong, the evaluation of those things helped in two ways, especially in English.
Okay.
The vocab questions which used to go wrong, once we go through the solutions, the next time we get such similar questions, the same thing doesn't happen. Like again, we are not doing wrong the same type of questions. So
Understood.
that was for a 5.5 hour every day. And then there came another half an hour to 1 hour going through words and its meanings, vocab, etc.
Mm.
And another hour or two for reasoning, because when I started prepping, I saw that reasoning was my main weakness.
Mm.
So I went through different videos and books to understand concepts of reasoning and practiced a lot. Especially the sectional tests of Testbook helps a lot in this. I don't think other a lot of other platforms have sectional tests. So sectional tests have helped a lot while preparing reasoning for me. Like going through one particular lesson and then practicing it, and there were used to be multiple tests for one lesson only. So that helped a lot.
So the extensive sectional test that Testbook provides helped you a lot,
Mm.
and that was a game changer for you. One more thing, like you mentioned, right? Mocks were your priority, as
Yeah.
you have said that I used to give lots of mocks, and I used to keep separate time daily for mocks. Other than that, what you told was for prelim sections, your reasoning was weak, so weak point you used to give more time.
Mm.
Can you also tell me? This is okay, but can you also tell me, did you prepare for pre and mains together?
No, the first 2 months was totally for free. Then, when I understood that the preparation I'm having or these test marks, which is coming from the mocks, is like respectable, like I know there's a high probability of clearing the prelims, then only I started preparing for mains.
Okay, understood. What about the concepts part? Because you started with your mocks plus analysis plus learning, but
Yes.
did you read basics in detail? or
So in this part, I had a little bit of advantage.
okay?
Actually, I left my MBA in middle. I was not enjoying it much. So previously, I had some preparation in English and maths.
Mm.
These two have been my strong points. What happened in these 2 months or 3 months is that I reduced my time to solve a particular question. But going for the basic concepts was something which I did not need much. So that helped me reduce the time to crack a bank exam as well.
So what I understand here is that your preparation in MBA also helped here.
Yes.
Your concepts got stronger while you were preparing for that,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
Good, great. Acha, any during your whole preparation journey, any thought came that I will not be able to do this, or this is tough, or how will I clear? Any such thought?
Yeah, so the first focus was IBPS PO. And unfortunately, like just 2 days before it, I got dengue and I missed the exam. Like prelims only, I couldn't give. So after you are dedicating 8 9 hours every day for the last 2 months and being unable to give the exam acts as a huge blow.
Yes.
I was mentally down, physically as well as mentally down for the next 15 20 days. But still, I had to cope up because I saw that there's still a chance left. We have SBI PO in November, so I focused on the same. So that like it was, I have to do or die type of situation. So I had to prepare even better after that. So
Okay.
that
Yeah,
was
that
one
was.
moment I was like, maybe I have worked, but still things are not working in my direction. But
Mm.
still, you have to keep up the hope at that time.
Yes, that would have been. I can actually, when while you're speaking only, I know that that could have been really demotivating,
Mhm.
right? Suddenly, after giving so many hours each day, you're not able to give the exam only,
Mhm.
right? But the good thing is you kept it, you kept going, and you kept working harder. That is great. Now, how was the like whole process of you can say GD and interview for SBI PO?
Okay, so GDN interview happened in a very short duration. Like the mains marks came out, and then a week later it was psychometry, and then again a week later it was GDG and interview. So I just went through the banking awareness section so that I don't miss out on the same. It was challenge in itself to again get back to your basics of bachelors, to go through them once so that when sirs or ma'am asks something from bachelors, I don't fumble or mess up because it's the very basic I'm supposed to know. So those 14 days I focused a lot on my topics in bachelors. Then I was focusing on banking awareness, the static banking part, and also I was focusing a lot on questions which are like personality based,
Okay,
like about
HR
your
questions.
hobbies, about yourself, about since I'm writing books, I have read books or reading books is my hobbies. So cross questions related to that. Again, questions like why you have left a particular course and you are joining banking, or since I'm from statistics background, questions like why you are not going into data science. It's a lucrative market to go into. Why you are coming to banking. So like it's a time when I think the most important thing or the thing which helped me is cross questioning oneself, that what exactly can the interviewer ask, so that I don't miss out on something and show myself to be unprepared in that situation. That
So
is what I focused on for those 14 days.
Srijit, after talking to you this much only, I understand you were very, you always did full-fledged preparation. Whatever could be asked, all the probability. So your preparation level was top-notch. What I can understand. So one thing people do check is in mocks percentiles,
Hmm.
right? So when they are going for competitive exam and when they're giving the exam, they analyze the mock percentile. Now, after thinking about this regarding your preparation, you were always like, you used to factor in all the things what could be asked, and then you used to consider and you prepare accordingly. So, did you check the percentile? Always were you on the higher side in terms of percentile? What percentile you used to maintain in mocks?
Depends. At times, mock papers come where you just fumble up with a particular reasoning problem and then the entire paper gets messed up. Or you find the English section which is coming in the beginning a bit tough, and the if effect comes on the entire paper, and you see your percentile has come down to 85% or 87%. Whereas in tests which are goes exactly the way you are supposing it to, it's like 98, 99 percentile, like that, or you are in the top 50 ranks as per the ranks are coming in the mock. But what I think is that giving 4 5 mocks every day, it's very normal that out of 10 mocks, one mock will go south.
Hmm.
So it is obviously necessary to keep your percentile on the higher side so that you be confident that you are doing it the right way. But if it is like such that every time your percentile is coming low, one should obviously go through and understand what is wrong with his or her strategy. But if it's on the higher side with few lows, like out of 10, you are doing one low or two low, I guess that is normal.
Understood. Because obviously, this point, because level of mocks is also different,
Yes.
right? Hmm. Great. Okay. So, did you have plan B in mind when when you started the preparation? If not, if I do not clear this, what next? Do you have any plan B?
Plan B for me was other bank exams in this year only. Like I
Right.
appeared for IDBI Bank, or I was supposed to appear for IBPS. These were only, or the insurance sector exams. These were only the plan B
You thought
for.
I'll give another year, if not this. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Also, I think Srijit, your base was pretty solid. That really helped, and you really worked on your practice part, right? So, how many hours per day you used to study?
It was around 8 to 9.
8 to 9 hours.
Yeah.
And do you used to take breaks in between? How was it for you?
Yeah, breaks are like, I feel breaks are extremely necessary. So 2 3 hours of studying, and then there's an hour at least of break in between.
Okay.
So that it can be like we are having lunch, that also counts as a break. But at least an hour or so break in between, or 2 3 hours of study, so that the mind gets freshened up. Otherwise, I have noticed a thing as well: when we are giving 5 mocks back to back, the marks keeps going downward in the
Mm.
fourth or fifth mock. But when you are having breaks in between, the scores stay at the place you are doing in the first or second only.
But-
So from this, this observation, I also inferred for myself that even if you are studying, if you are studying for 5 hours, the last 1 hour, 2 hour, whatever we are studying is going to have less effect on us than the first 1 or 2 hours. So that is why I feel breaks are extremely, at least it has been necessary for me.
Definitely, because obviously the environment in which you are giving the mock, and you have to keep complete focus. Your mind should not be so tired that now then you're not so tired and you're giving the mock. That's one thing. Okay. Right, Srijit. So one more thing which I'll ask you is regarding current affairs or GA. So for how many months one should prepare GA?
I don't think I'm the right person to answer
How
this,
many
because
months you prepared GA for?
my marks in GA has always been the lowest. My strength is all
Okay.
English and followed by maths and reasoning. So I have prepared 3 months to 4 months of GA before the exam date. I think that is good enough to get you a respectable marks. But whenever it comes to saying whether GA supports, for me it hasn't supported.
Mhm.
English acts as a very good filler when it comes to a weak GA or anyone having weak GA. If you have a 95 90% score in English all the time, it acts as a very good filler.
Understood. It was not that it fetched you a lot of marks, but GA has been tough for everybody. It's not very, you can say easy. Particularly if for exams like SBI PO, they do not give very, basic or direct questions. So it's
Yeah.
not only for you. It's been tough for everybody. So you said 4 months you prepared for, but you got
Especially for the statement based GS, it's not
not.
possible to remember everything.
True. That's difficult for every student, statement based questions that they're asking in depth. Now it's not straightforward questions. True. So you said 3 4 months, 3 4 months, but you did the preparation for GA not from the beginning, only after prelims.
Yes.
Okay. Then you are good at reading, I would say, because it's very difficult to manage like that. Hmm. Okay. Shrijit, what has been your motivation throughout this preparation journey? Major motivation.
So when I was doing my MBA, the thing which demotivated me is moving away from numbers. I've always been a number person. Be it from the senior secondary school to my college, mathematics, statistics, this has always been the fields of love. So, coming to that, since I saw that I'm moving away from the field which I'm into. The focus that banking will be more into numbers, as well as like you have business, you are handling business, but you are handling business based on numbers. So that motivated me a lot when I was preparing. And to be very honest, whenever we are preparing for our career, we also look at the salaries.
Hmm.
So it is also the banking sector also provides lucrative salaries, especially when it goes for the state bank. So that also motivated me a lot.
In fact, straight after graduation, you're getting 70,000 plus. Not bad, right?
Yeah.
So that is a big motivation for sure. Okay. What else are your what else hobbies you used to pursue other than studying? In your free time, what did you do?
I love cycling, so every day you'll find me cycling an hour or half. That used to be like a physical exhaustion as well, plus it freshens up the mind. Also, I read books. Like I am a bookworm since the class 5, 6 only, and I read books.
Okay. Right. So glad to know that, Shrijit. Now, I'm also happy that you have been a part of Testbook. Okay, we are a part of your journey. Testbook has been a part of your journey, and the way you said that is definitely true. Sectional mocks in so much detail are given that that's good enough source for practice, and it really helps. So others should note this and definitely should start practicing for this cycle of exams, this year's cycle. And Shrijit, what is one message you would like to give us to the students who probably have not cleared, who are now again preparing in 2024, or who are beginners? What is your message to them for how should they prepare? Any message that you would like to give?
So first thing is that you have to cover the entire syllabus and you have to be honest to yourself. What are your weaknesses? You have to be honest and you have to work on it. Until and unless you are honest about it and you're like, ये हो रहा है, ये हो सकता है, कुछ भी ठीक है. This type of mentality won't help you. You can score 60 out of 100, 50 out of 100 in your mocks, but stay honest and focus on developing the parts you're weak at. And the second thing which I would love to suggest is focus a lot on English. It acts as a filler both in prelims as well as mains. Helps you like increase your marks hugely because it has been seen lately in the trends that the questions of maths and reasoning have started becoming tougher and tougher.
Hmm.
Especially if you see the SBI PO mains exam this year, it was almost untouchable.
Hmm.
So English is something which you can focus on because in that part, however tough beat, if you are strong, you can answer them. So these are two suggestions. One is being honest to yourself while you prepare. Second is focus a lot on English.
See, now that is why I say, guys, please watch my classes. English can play a big role. It is, it can give you an edge in the competition. Definitely, it will not disappoint you. Yeah, true. Okay. Huh. So, guys, okay. Shujit, thank you so much. Firstly, for giving us time, right, and giving me this interview. And definitely all the best for all your future goals, future endeavors. And guys, if you have any queries or any questions, strategies you would like to ask Shujit, do let us know in the comments below. Shujit will definitely take out time and reply back. And obviously, once we're selected is a bigger motivation for other candidates, for other students. They learn from your journey, right? So I hope there were some lessons they've taken today as well. Some really nice points given by Shrijit. So guys, do comment and let us know what were your learnings, and definitely you can ask Shrijit whatever you want to ask regarding your strategy, or whatever you feel is blockages with you, whatever your queries are in terms of strategy. How did you prepare? Even section wise you can ask if any question you would like to, right? Do comment. So thank you so much, Shrijit. Thank you so much for taking our time and giving this interview. Thank you.